What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Just Like Smith channel. In today's video, we're going to be stripping the black paint off of the factory header. So you may be like me and be a huge fan of the power delivery on the stock YZ250 exhaust, but you'd like a little bit different look for your bike. So yesterday we did get in a Pro Circuit shorty, got it off Facebook Marketplace, got it all blinged out, went over it with the Prime MX pads, then I went over it with some steel wool and some polishing compound, and then I went over the tip of the pipe with a torch, added some color to it, along with going over, not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but going over the weld of that piece and the weld back in there, adding some color to the welds. And there's a lot of people who may or may not want to spend the money on a full system, but you can pick up a slip-on usually used for around $100 or less. I got this one for 75 bucks, and then I put about 30 minutes of my time and labor into it, so 75 bucks it is. But we have a new graphics kit on the way for the bike, and I love just piddling with the bike in the garage. If you're anything like me, I'm sure you do as well. So anyway, in this video we're going to be stripping the factory exhaust and bluing the welds. First we'll get it all prime padded, and then we'll go over it with the steel wool and the polish. I like the finish that comes out of that. And then it'll kind of make the stock pipe look like a works pipe. And if you've just been living under a rock, or you're not a OG, two-stroke fan, and you just love the blue welds on a pipe, right here is kind of what the pipe looks like before, and then here is what the pipe will look like whenever we're done. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. It's enough talking. I want to make the video kind of straightforward, so I'm not going to show you how to remove the pipe, but it's pretty much just 2 bolts and 2 springs. Now, once we get the pipe off, we're going to be coating it in aircraft paint stripper. So you do want to kind of jig this up. I'm going to attempt to kind of jig it up in the bench vise to where it's floating out here. We're going to go ahead and put one thick coat on, and then after that, we'll probably end up carrying it up and pressure washing it. Okay, so I tell the truth on this channel. I started to just cancel this video, but instead we're gonna show you how I'm gonna do it, and I know that this won't be something that everyone can do as far as just having the resources to do this. But what I'm gonna recommend to you is that you take it to a sandblast shop and you have it sandblasted, and then you follow these steps. So don't waste your time with the paint stripper unless you've got some kind of like super crazy stuff. I literally wiped it all off, washed it back up, and it looked factory steel. It did not affect the finish at all. So paint stripper is not an option. So I threw it in the vapor honing machine, and I hate running that thing forever and getting the water super dirty. So what I done was I only done the tight areas that's gonna be hard to get to on the bench grinder. And now we're gonna go ahead and take it over to the bench grinder and use some wire wheels and some Prime MX pads, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing literally primed up. So I'll show it to you now. As you can see, like all of these little tight areas that blasting is just the absolute plug-in. It just comes so in clutch to have a blast cabinet to get in all these welds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the bench grinder with the prime pad and pretty much go over all of the painted or powder coated areas, I should say. Everywhere that's big and I can get to very easily, I'm going to use the bench grinder. And then after I get all of the areas done that I can get to with the bench grinder, anywhere that I missed, like in these tighter like welds and crevices, wow, Yamaha really be out here just cobbling the pipe together. Anyway, we're gonna make it look good though, because I figured that would be hard to get to. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out all of these big areas on the bench grinder, and I'm gonna time lapse that. Okay, so after about 5 minutes during that time lapse that you just watched on the bench grinder, this is how much I've gotten done. So not a whole lot. A lot of this back side done and a lot of this front side done. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get quite a bit of this off, and then we're gonna throw it into the blast cabinet, and I'm gonna blast the rest of it off. Like I said, it's gonna be well worth your time and money to just, I would say a sandblast place probably wouldn't charge maybe 50 to 100 bucks to do this, if that. So get on Google, look up sandblasting near me, and just have yours sandblasted, and then go over it with the prime wheels and add the welds and everything like we're gonna do in this video.
Many hours later.
Okay, so now we've got the pipe completely stripped, and this is the time where if you have any dents, pick up one of these pipe repair kits and get you some yellow map gas. Be careful and make sure that you get this thing airtight. I try not to go above 80 PSI, sealed off, and it is aired up to 80 PSI right now, so there's 80 PSI inside of this pipe. And now we literally just heat this. There's a pretty good sized dent right down here, so we're gonna heat this up and bring that dent out. Okay, so we've got that dent pulled out now. You want to pretty much like get it red one time and then let it cool down and then get it red. And if you see the dent come out, rush and pull the valve stem, because you don't want a bunch of air to be in there as the dent is coming out, because when that spot is really hot, it can actually push out and make like a raised spot, like a bubble. So now we're gonna go over it with the Prime MX wheel. We're gonna do the whole thing with the prime wheel now that we've got all the paint off, or powder coat off. Our next step is gonna be steel wool. We've got this thing all Prime MX wheeled off of the bench grinder, and now all we're gonna do is you're gonna take this steel wool and soak it in any kind of metal polish. We're using some Zephyr. You can pick up some white diamond from like the parts store, or some Mothers, or whatever you want to use. And what we are going to do, this is going to be messy, and I don't have my tripod, so you're not going to really get to watch me do this 100%, but we're going to glaze the entire pipe in this polish, and just keep flipping this. Like, you're going to end up with steel wool that is soaked in polish, and then you want to make all of your lines go straight or go side to side, like however you're gonna wash and maintain the pipe, which I always do this, it's just easier. So I'm gonna go with this big weld right here, and I'm gonna use a lot of pressure, and I'm gonna go over the entire pipe with this steel wool and the polish. Okay, so now the pipe is back in the bench vise, and as you can see, it looks really, really good. It leaves it with an even finish. It's obviously not polished like a mirror, but it's silver. All of the marks all match each other. It looks really, really good, and now we can go ahead and start the weld process. So I am gonna try to find something to set my phone up to do a time lapse. We're gonna be using this torch. Okay, so here is like the pencil torch. For some reason, it's like, I don't know, it won't stay on wide open. So I can't really, this would take me all day long if I can't get it on wide open. It already takes forever. So sadly the pencil torch is broken. But see, this is what it would look like using the pencil torch, and it still takes literally forever. So we're gonna switch back over to just the big tip. Our heat marks will be a little bit bigger than we want them, but oh well. Guys, this thing turned out so awesome. It's been so long since I fooled with an exhaust pipe off of a 2-stroke. Look at that. So we went around pretty much every single weld on the entire exhaust pipe. And like I said, if you have that pencil torch, you can get these heat marks like a little bit thinner, and it looks even better. But I mean, it looks awesome as it is. And for pretty much not costing anything, I mean, if you've already got the tools to do it around the shop, I mean, this is completely free other than the polish and the WD-40, which I always have around the shop anyway. But we got all in the backside. It's coated in WD-40 right now. I always like to let that soak while it's hot. I feel like it helps season it pretty good. Like an iron skillet, baby. Got to keep her seasoned up so she don't rust. But yeah, stock exhaust with the Pro Circuit Shorty slip-on is what this is gonna be. And man, it looks awesome. Let's go ahead and throw it back on the bike. Okay guys, so that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, making that stock header, expansion chamber, whatever you want to call it, look like one of the works pipes. Super old school, super clean looking. I hope this helps some of y'all who maybe want a different look on your bike. but you just love how it runs because these factory exhausts work awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. Always remember, everybody starts out as nobody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.